I try a little different kind of video this time around. Today's Bunsen Peak. Got my bear spray with me. We're going to continue on to Osprey Falls. I hope this will be about a 9-mile round trip. And I've got everything in my backpack and my hiking poles. But I'm bringing a tripod along this time to try to do things just a little bit differently. Very smoky and hazy out here, up here on the north side of Yellowstone this morning. But we'll see how it goes. Well, I've climbed the first little hill. Got Electric Peak, Mount Holmes off in the distance, beautiful Swan Lake Flats, and this sign with the usual bear warnings and the regulations for backcountry use, trail map. And it's time to head into the forest regrowth here, just down the trail, bouncing our way along. And I think this hike is supposed to be about 1,300 feet in elevation gain. That's nice. I forgot to bring my GPS with me, so I don't know all the technical information, but I'm okay with that. Well, I've climbed above the Golden Gate now, getting my first views and vistas. And there's the scenery looking down from the Golden Gate. I don't know if that's Mount Everest yet or not. Not sure about that. I'd need a bigger view. Probably get one up top. Well, I'm not sure I've hiked even a half mile yet, and I've already seen coyote, bear, and black bear and wolf scat on the trail. That's not especially unusual, but I thought it was pretty interesting to see it all so close together and pretty close to the trailhead is at that. It was a beautiful 35 degrees when I started, and you warm up pretty fast as soon as you start climbing. But what a great view. I've got an overview of the entire Swan Lake Flats. You can see Swan Lake over there. I can see all the forest going right over to Sheep Eater Cliffs down this way to my south. And it's just gorgeous, but the cars are real small now, very tiny. Well, I just came up the hill to find this in front of me. Quite the collection of rock art. And down below I can see Mammoth Hot Springs and the hotel and the buildings, and boy, there must be some fires down there. Don't know how close to the top I am, but I found this trail to be pretty pleasant. It'll get your heart going, but not too much different from what we get in the Columbia River Gorge. Well, not too far from the top now. Very thin forest and lots and lots of rocks. As you can see, there's the top right there. Not very far. There's Mammoth, way down there. this is it. The summit of Bunsen Peak, yet another volcano cone climb for me. It's kind of smoky, but beautiful views up here. And you can probably see some National Park Service radio relay equipment. But along with the shed here, there's some cool things up here. Like that old weathered tree. And the views. Over Swan Lake Flat once again. You can see my car down there. Well, all that's left to do now is to find the trail to Osprey Falls. Must have been some old structure over here. And there's something over there as well. Not really sure where I'm going after this. Well, it wasn't too difficult to find the trail. It's this sketchy, kind of shaly stuff all the way along, and now it looks like I'm getting down into the burned forest, and still below me you can see the Mammoth Terraces. Well, that's the come down. Getting back down into some forest now. Not open and exposed and easy to see everything anymore. I've been descending for quite a while now. Just checked the map, and it seems to be there's only one trail out here. So I must be on it, right? So the next thing that I'm looking for is to get down to the service road, and then across the service road, and looks like a short and steep descent to Osprey Falls. So that's the plan at the moment. You can see it, but there's a fox in the meadow below me. There he is. He hasn't moved yet. Finally got off the steep stuff. Unfortunately for me, the trail gave that fox a pretty wide berth, so that was nice. I never saw him again once I made my way down the trail. And I don't know if you can see it, but I can. There's the service road right down there. That's an excellent sign. That's going to be my ticket out of here, for one thing, once I get down to Osprey and out. Not going back up over the mountain again. Well, I'm not sure where this trail is leading me. I can see the road clearly just off to my left a few yards. Maybe 50 or so. And it doesn't seem to match up with what I saw on the map. Yeah, I can see boot prints on the trail. So I'm not the first hiker on it. It's too well defined and too long to be a game trail. And I don't recall seeing anywhere on the map that the trail followed the road at all. It seemed like you just crossed the road and went to Osprey Falls. And to make matters worse, I think I'm heading around the mountain, because I can see the familiar peaks that I left right in front of me. Well, we'll see how it goes, and if we miss Osprey Falls, well, there's always something else to do then, I guess. Now this is interesting. I'm about to hook up with the road right off the trail. The map would have you believe that you just crossed the road and followed the trail down to the falls. But I think there's nothing like that. And frankly, I think it should be more in that direction. But I don't know. So, I'll do a little exploring, and then we'll see what we turn up, if anything. Well, backtracking a little bit on the road got me to a view of the river with no waterfall, which I think is probably more in that direction. But I have no idea anymore, and I think I'm just going to take the road back to the car now. Figure out what happened, and then if I want Osprey Falls that bad, I'll come back. Well, looking back at Bunsen Peak, I think I'm being taken way around here, and I'm really tempted to just do a shortcut over the hill, but I'm going to resist that temptation and just keep going on the road. Looks like I got a curve here, and if I get a big curve, it'll lead me back around. And the road will probably be an easier way, but we'll see. Pretty tempting not to just go over the hill though. Just about done. You can see the cars right up there. I didn't find Osprey Falls, but I did Bunsen Peak, and I added a great deal to my knowledge of an area that I don't know all that well. So I think all that's for the positive. And there it is. I can finally see my car. Well, looks like quite a few people have come since I first arrived to do one of the trails out here. And for what it's worth, my chronometer says I've been walking for nearly 4 hours. And I take that to mean I've walked about 8 miles, which means I must have missed something that led straight down to the road into Osprey Falls. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. How do you think this stuff happens? I go back down the trail and then I come up, making it look like I actually did it the first time. Seems like a good place to shed a layer. In case you couldn't hear that under the sweatshirt, it was shed a layer.